What is one of the new practices in building design? Our next guest is here to tell us just that, among other cool things going on. She's principal with SmithGroup, Lumi Ruva. Did I get that last name right?
Yes.
Welcome into tomorrow. How you doing?
Thank you. Very good. Thank you.
Glad to have you with us. Tell me, first of all, what SmithGroup is doing, what kinds of projects you guys work with.
We have, as core practices, as we call them, we have healthcare projects, science and technology projects, as well as education and workplace, office buildings,
So
that is.
quite a variety of
Yes,
things.
we have a variety. We do a variety of things. We're a very large firm, about 800 people, divided in 8 offices nationwide. We've been in business for 150 years. We're actually the longest practicing AE firm in America.
And you don't look a day over 20.
Yeah.
I never would have thought. Of course, now we talked about new practices in building design, so no doubt, in addition to using all the cool Autodesk software kinds of things that we're talking about on the program today, there are some unique things that your firm is doing as it relates to new practices in design. Share some of those with us.
Yes, that's right. You're probably referring to the integrated project delivery system, or practice, as we call it. In order to define that, I think I should probably first very not very detailed, but just conceptually start with what we've been doing until now. What is the current practice is actually design, bid, build. So the designer designs the documents, then we go to bid, and then the contractor builds them. Well, the problem with this this model is that eventually the owner is the one who is in between designers and contractors and is stuck with trying to make peace in between the two individuals who have conflictual interests on the project.
Yeah, and yet they're both working for him, or so you would think, but somehow there's got to be a referee.
Yes, indeed. So that leads to conflicts and essentially to wasted effort, wasted time, wasted money.
Yeah.
So the smarter way is to bring these individuals together with the owner and design the project and execute the project as a group with common goals in a common time frame. So this is what integrated practice does, integrated project delivery. So essentially, we define it as a 3-way contract between the owner, the designer, and the contractor. And they enter this contract from the very beginning, and they pursue it throughout the development of the documents as well as construction.
So we have a lot of guests talking today, for example, about building information technology, and it sounds like that's really an important element of just that.
It is. Actually, the Revit, building information modeling, served very well this new model because, as you might imagine, it brings us all together. Essentially, what we're doing now is we're building this laboratory or hospital or office building virtually in a model with all its elements, and everybody contributes to building this this piece.
It sounds like a great idea that SmithGroup is doing. Why isn't everybody doing this? I mean, it makes so much sense.
Well, first of all, it starts with the owners. So owners have to understand what it does, have to be willing to enter this type of contract. They have to understand its limitations as well as its benefits. And of course, the hardest thing to change is human mind, and the fact
we
that
tend to be a bit stubborn, right?
Indeed.
So
this is actually the hardest thing to change, the perception, and so this is taking a while, and we don't have all that many owners who are actually into this, but we do have a few, and we see more and more interested. So they're coming to us and they're asking us to show them how it works.
And I would imagine, especially when you can cite examples of how this was so successful,
yes,
that they start to buy into it a whole lot more, especially when you talk about, and guess what, it's going to save you money. Okay, now you have my attention.
Yes, it's not just going to save them money,
but
it's also going to give them a better product. Because if contractors and architects or designers in general don't fight over the product, but rather put their expertise together, each of them with the best expertise they have into delivering this for the owner, you can imagine that they even get the best product possible.
Sure.
So,
And you call this integrated project delivery.
yes.
And it does make sense. So I would see more and more people kind of copying your ideas, appropriately so, to say there's a better way. And let's take from design to through construction and end use. When you put in your key and unlock your door into your new building, you can think back about how well it worked in the long run and how you avoided so many conflicts.
We're certainly hoping that
Gotcha.
that's going to be the case.
Well, more information, of course, when you visit their website at smithgroup.com. You'll be able to see what Lumi and her team are working on. Lumi, thanks for spending a few minutes with us and coming in to join us here at Autodesk Gallery. No doubt you're taking advantage of the Autodesk software in many different ways and benefiting your clients, too.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're back with more from San Francisco. I'm Dave Graveline, bringing you further into tomorrow on the Advanced Media Network.